Little Tilly was released into the garden earlier tonight, having been hand-reared at Prickle's Hedgehog Rescue. At 474 grams, she looks so much smaller than the others that it almost feels cruel to let her go. But Prickles know their stuff, and there is still plenty of time for her to fatten up for winter. Tilly seems quite taken with all the space available and soon sets off to explore some more. Evidently, she has no idea of spatial awareness as she trots off behind the dog kennel. And reversing out is not as easy as it sounds. After spending a short while wondering why she didn't fit down there, she sets off again, exercises a woman's prerogative, and turns back. This time she seems determined to get under the shed, but quickly discovers a woman's worst nightmare. Her bum really does look big in this. And there she sits, like an excerpt from Winnie the Pooh. She eventually extracts herself and trots off behind the shed to visit her release box. A little later, Oliver appears, and after a quick snack and a drink, he heads for the garden gate to find it temporarily blocked, while Tilly familiarises herself with the garden and its safe exits away from the road. A disgruntled Oliver picks up Tilly's scent and makes a quick visit to the nest box. But finding it empty, lives up to his name and goes back for more food, although he does pause for a moment to make sure it isn't currently occupied. It's been almost a week since we've seen Frumpy, but it looks like Oliver may still be disturbed by a bigger hog tonight, as Turbo makes his first appearance in 2 weeks. On the other hand, Turbo spots the extra food dish and can't believe his luck. After a leisurely feed, he catches a whiff of not one, but 2 new kids on the block, but fortunately opts for checking on the nest box behind the shed, allowing Oliver to slip out unnoticed. Turbo is about twice his weight, so Oliver really needs to be on his toes. But his runnings with Frumpy seem to have taught him to respect his elders, and once the coast is clear, he makes his getaway. 2 hours later, a rather boastful Turbo makes another round trip from the water to the dish, and on to the food hut. It's no wonder the males are prone to injuries, letting it all hang out like that. Turbo seems as put out by the blocked gate as Oliver was, but soon sets off on another lap of the garden, allowing tiny Tilly to come back and sit in the food again. Her sister Jezebel was also released tonight, but quickly lived up to her name and stormed off in a strop, never to be seen again. Tilly has a much nicer nature, more like an excitable toddler who isn't sure what to do next. It's her first night of freedom, and she's managed to avoid both Oliver and Turbo, and been almost everywhere in the garden, but hasn't yet braved the food hut. On the other hand... Come on, Tilly. It's right there. Yes! Clever Tilly.